Welcome, beloved, to this series, Living the Tarot, here at Grounded Oracles, where we have been following the Fool's journey or the Hero's journey in the major arcana, right? And now we are on the last one, the World card, number 21. So, beloved, if you've been part of this journey, I hope that it has been fruitful for you. I know I've learned a lot, and I'm kind of ready to do it again, right? To just keep this journey going, because we need to keep learning for as long as we live, and be open to interpretations, be open to what our spirit team wants to show us. So again, I hope it's gone well for you and that you have a good time meditating on this card for the end of this series. I am going to cover up this chick here because of YouTube rules. You know, the card on the left with the Rider-Waite, and on the right, the Arcanum. Very similar, but with its differences. So without further ado, I will go ahead and read the descriptions of, you know, where the Fool fits in with this, read an interpretation of the card for both love, professional development, and give an affirmation. Okay. So the Fool has come full circle and re-enters the world. This time he is not innocent and naive person depicted by the Fool card. He now has more complete understanding of himself and his place in the world. He has reached a new level of joy and fulfillment. He knows that he must be actively involved with the world. He provides a service to others by sharing his unique gifts and talents. He acts from his inner self and from a place of true certainty. He prospers from whatever he attempts, and his future is full of promise. So his journey was not so foolish after all. He has persevered and now has rediscovered the spontaneity that first compelled him to start on this journey in the first place. This journey may be over, but he will never stop learning and growing. Soon he will be ready to start a new journey, one which will lead him to greater self-understanding. And so the cycle begins again, right? Life is full of cycles, beloved. So when you hear that description, does it make you feel more peace? Maybe some anxiety? Does it trigger you somehow? Where can you see this in your life, and where can you see it approaching in your life? Most of us know when the end of a cycle is coming, right? You can kind of feel it. Sometimes we miss the red flags and the warnings, but all in all, we usually can kind of tell when it is coming, but not always. This is an Earth card, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, which so is Capricorn. It's about fulfillment, completion, masterpiece, consummation. A woman bearing two wands is floating in the skies. The wreath of victory encircles her. Guarding her are the lions, the water bearer, the eagle, and the bull, representative of the four suits of the tarot deck. Wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. These in turn represent the balance of the four elements: fire, water, earth, and air. It has also been said that the four figures represent the four evangelists of the Christian tradition, the synoptic Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So the theme of the World card is fulfillment, completion, and triumph in all undertakings. It is considered the best card in the tarot deck because it represents the seeker's oneness with his or her greater calling. The World card represents the final state of cosmic consciousness, the supreme balance between good and evil, a complete reconciliation of the universe dichotomy and duality, which was a persistent theme throughout the earlier cards of the major arcana. The World is about the command of growth, energy, emotions, ambitions, and material goals. In all words, all four elemental suits. This is a card of synthesis. In a reading, the card indicates that the seeker has the potential for great triumph and attainment of the highest level of cosmic consciousness. It suggests the seeker's importance in the greater cosmic landscape. Rewards and greatness are to come for the seeker. The card can also be symbolic of the Gaia hypothesis, the notion that the world itself is a living, evolving organism, and that for the seeker to fulfill his or her ultimate purpose, he or she must embrace the spiritual dimension of the seeker's relationship with his or her environments. If the card appears in the seeker's past, it suggests a state that is predetermined or outlined for the seeker, though whether the seeker will walk the path of manifesting the full potential is to be determined by present conditions and choices. If the card appears in the seeker's present, it indicates contentment with the present. If the card appears in the seeker's future, then it forebodes great success and glory to come. Something of great significance is happening to the seeker. The figures at the four corners of the card, as depicted on the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, has been said to be reference to the book of Revelations 4, chapter 7, describing the throne of God. And the first beast was like a lion, and the second like an ox, and the third has the face like a man, and the fourth was like an eagle in flight. There's also astrological reference. The four figures represent the four fixed signs of the Western astrology. The lion symbol for Leo, the fixed sign associated with fire. The eagle symbolizes Scorpio, the fixed sign of water. The man symbolizes Aquarius, the fixed sign for earth. And the bull symbolizes Taurus, the fixed sign associated with earth. The element of earth governs this card. Attributions associated with earth will represent the external forces at play in the seeker's life. Yin energy is dominant. The world represents the attainment of the higher divine genius per Golden Dawn tenets. Many also speculate that the woman depicted in the card was inspired by the likeness of Florence Farr, an English actress, member of the Golden Dawn, and friend to Pamela Coleman Smith, the illustrator of the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. Okay. If this card comes up in a love reading, again, remember, depending on reader to reader, reading to reading, depending on the cards around it. This is about you and your life, beloved. The World card in a love reading can be about fulfilling love. Lover completes the seeker, likely to end in a happy marriage or long-term commitment. Okay. If this card comes out in a professional development reading, it can indicate triumph. Seeker will prevail in the end. Accomplishment with purpose. If you are meditating on this card and you want to say an affirmation with it, one to consider would be, this is the time I complete my magnum opus and realize my life's purpose. I am meant for greatness, and I am on the right path for achieving that greatness. I'll repeat it. This is the time I complete my magnum opus and realize my life's purpose. I am meant for greatness, and I am on the right path for achieving that greatness. Well, beloved, I don't know about you, but that affirmation is a beautiful one. It's a beautiful way to end this series. And again, I hope you can see yourself representative as the fool or the hero on this journey. And you can see how these energies play out, recognize them, know when to bring certain energies in, simply by meditating on them and learning about them. Beloved, I'd love to know your thoughts, how this went for you, what you think about the World card. Feel free to come back and comment. Feel free to go through this again. I know there's been quite a few of you who have been doing this quietly, privately. There's nothing wrong with that. There's something very beautiful about that, because this is about your journey. Well, beloved, I hope you had a good time meditating on all of these cards, minor arcana, major arcana, and that you have a good time meditating on the World card. It's been a pleasure. I hope you have a fabulous week and stay grounded.